Welcome back, everybody. We are getting a little country, this time with a Tyler Childers song called Whitehouse Road. In order to play this song, you need two things. You need a capo. Well, you maybe need three. You probably need a guitar. You need a capo on the 5th fret. But before you put the capo on the 5th fret, you're actually going to have to retune two of your strings, the high E and the low E, to D. Good way to do that, if you don't have one, is you can get one of these little guitar tuners. You stick it on the end, and then you pluck a string, and then it tells you what you're playing, and you can tune it up or down. E, you got to go down to A sharp, D. Or there's an app you can get on your phone called Fender Tune or Fender Tuner. I'll stick a link to it in the description of this video, and that way you can just play that. It lets you know if you're playing it or not. So drop D. But we're going to do the low E and the high E to D. So we're going to drop both of them. Once you're in tune, we're going to stick the capo on the 5th fret, and we're going to start learning the song. So a little quick run through, just so you know what it sounds like. Oh, we're up here. And it's quite simple. There's only 3 chords. 1, 2, 3, 4 chords, sorry. 1, 2, 3. No, there is 3 chords. But there's a few little hammer-ons and a little slide as well, which make it a bit more interesting. So you can level up your guitar playing a little bit. Here's what it sounds like. Cool, and it's pretty much that through. I was going to try and sing it, but I forgot what the start of the song sounded like. So we have 3 chords. We have a D, your standard D, played right there. We have a C. It's a special C. It's not your standard C. It's a C, maybe sus something. I'll try and figure out exactly what this is and put it in the notes of this for you. We're going to play your standard C. You'd have obviously your 2 fingers here, maybe a finger up here on the 1st. Let me run you through it. So we have our 1st finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 5th string, and ring finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string. Sounds right there. And then we have a G, but the way we're going to play this is not the standard G. We're going to we're going to have our ring finger on the 3rd fret, low E string. I know it's tuned to a D though. And we slide up 2 frets from, I'm going to tell you how all these come together in a second, but from that 3rd to the 5th fret. And then the 1st finger is going to go on the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. So you can just play that and see what it sounds like. But we're going to slide into that position. Slide, finger on, play. So running the way through, we start with our D. Sorry, I like to keep the middle finger off the high E string, so I'm playing it like this. And then we go to the C, and then we go to the G. So you can hear it's 2 bars on the D, 1 bar on the C, and 1 bar on the G. That's the basics of it. Now to spice it up a little bit, you can hear in the intro there's some little hammer-ons. It sounds quite cool. What's happening there is we're going down, down, up, and then we're putting our middle finger on the is it the G string? It's the 4th string. I need to learn these strings. The 4th string. So right here, 4th string. We place it down while we play that one, and then we pull off. No, we don't. Sorry, it is kind of like that, but we play a few more strums. So we go down, down, up, and then we do it. Cool. And then it's the hammer on, not the hammer on. Then it's the finger on, play, pull off. And then we're gonna go down, up again. So real slow. Run through that a few times, pause the video if you need to. And then we're going to, cool, we're going to use that same middle finger, but instead of on the 4th string, we go to the 5th string on that 3rd fret there, and we're going to do the play sort of around that string. We don't have to strum the whole thing, just sort of that 5th, 4th string, pull off, put it back on. Adding it together sounds a bit like this. Yeah, one more time. Cool. And then straight from there, once we've done the double, then we go into our C. The finger on slide. The 1st finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. So I've got rings on, let's mute the strings. Cool, hopefully that makes sense. Pause it, run through that a few times and get that practice of those pull-offs on those strings. But you can also mix it up a little bit. So depending on what you like, you can actually change the sounds and hammer on, pull off different strings. So for example, that was a 5th string, 4th string instead of 4/4. That's a little fun way to kind of get to know your guitar a little bit. Practice hammering on, pulling off different strings, and you can change that sound. But we use that's on the intro. Then when we get to the actual just verses of the song, it doesn't need to sound so complicated because it's a little bit more focused on the voice and the singing. So, all we're going to use there is a little hammer on to that 3rd string, 2nd fret when we're playing our D shape. So we're going, yeah, down, down, up, down. We're going to take our finger off, strum up, and then hammer on. Practice with me. Yep, run through that a few times, get that smooth, and then we just cycle through, C. And you keep running through. That's most of the song. And then the only extra little difference in this song is when we get to the part where it goes, long men, women are shallow graves, same old blues, but a different day. And all we're gonna do there is we're playing the verse. And we stay down here in this G shape. And then back to your run through. Get me drinking that moonshine. Get me high in the grocery bill. Take my troubles to the high wall. Throw them in the river and get your fill. Been sniffing that cocaine. Nice. Hopefully that makes sense for you. I love this one because it's got that little slide up on the G. A couple of those hammer-ons. It's a bit of a funky one from Tyler Childers. Really nice. Awesome. Like I say, those links are in the description if you do need them. And I will see you soon to learn a new song.